Well, it's no longer 1943. We've gone back, we're not quite sure how far we've gone back, but we've been to a museum at Paestum, is that how we pronounce it? Or Paestum, and discovered that the Greeks and people before them were here in the 6th or 7th century BC. Pretty mind-boggling stuff. This is Greek here, this is not necessarily 6th or 7th century, but it is pre-Roman apparently. And in a sense this is almost a mini Pompeii, because as I pan the camera we'll see that we're looking at a track, and I'm probably not high enough. If I raise the camera we'll see that there are lots of buildings, or the floor plan of the buildings. This was a very big place indeed. And the rocks are beautifully cut and carved. I'll have to find another example because these ones don't really make it. But right here we have these two, I guess are they temples? There's one through there. Maybe they're not temples, maybe they're something else, but actually pretty impressive. And how lucky we are that they survived the heavy bombardments of World War II, because we are in the middle of the American zone of the Salerno landings. Well, this is the Greek fortification called Paestum, if I got that pronounced right. And the nearest thing I can think of is Hadrian's Wall, and it goes on for a kilometre or two in a great big square fortress. And is extremely thick. We'll walk through this and see. And the stones are most beautifully carved, no cement. Perfectly covered together, and not been stolen by all the local farmers, because this place was, the existence of this place was not known for many centuries. Walking through this rather thick wall, the amount of energy that would have been expended to make this place. I really know very little about it. This is not Pompeii or Herculaneum, but it is absolutely massive. Well, we can't see the rest of it from the camera. What we can see is the car park, the rest of our gallant band all waiting to get on the bus, which is probably what I ought to do now. Well, we walked around this area earlier, and I now have learnt that the bit that looks like Pompeii, i.e. low ground plans, are indeed Roman remains, but these are Greek temples going back to 600 or 700 BC. And I must say, all of us do find this quite astonishing, that these things are still standing after so many thousands of years. Truly an impressive sight. Had no idea this existed. Know all about Pompeii and Herculaneum, but this place perhaps doesn't quite compete with them, but impressive all the same.